Hello everyone, Rare Model Reviews here, and you know exactly what time it is. So, this is a kit that I would describe as the epitome of exclusive P-Bandai model kits. And before we go ahead and look at just what that is here, we of course are going to be taking a look at one of the little ad cards, or whatever you want to call these things that comes with this thing. So this is called a Zeus silhouette, and this is from Gundam Freedom. Now, of course, I have not seen a movie yet, so I have no idea what in the world this is. I'm going to assume this is maybe Shin's last mobile suit. As it says, was it the Destiny Gundam Spec 2? So, strange that they have a high grade of this thing, yet they have the metal robot here for it. So, I guess that's great for anyone who wants that, but can't get it in high grade form. But of course, we have the same little generic background here for this thing that has been in these P-Bandai boxes for some time now. And again, they have none of those on sale now. But here we have it here. We have the Gundam Mark V. So this is from Gundam Sentinel. And this thing is unique because it is a P-Bandai exclusive release. However, this thing is one of a kind. Unlike most P-Bandai kits, it is not a rehash of something that has already been released by Bandai as a retail model. It is brand new from the ground up, released only to P-Bandai customers. So I have wanted this for some time now, although I've never read Gundam Sentinel. I know that the Gundam Mark V is kind of one of those prequel type deals where this was supposed to be what inspired the design for stuff like the Silver Bullet and the Dovin Wolf. So I had to get this thing because I'm a big fan of the Dovin Wolf and the Silver Bullet there. So I am very eager to go ahead and build this thing and show it off to you guys. Now this thing actually came out some time ago. I'll show you guys when it came out in just a second after I'm done. Look at the side of the box here with you. And so this thing was released 2021, so that's about 3 years ago. So it's not too old of a kit. Now, surprisingly, they have, as of now, not released any P-Bandai variants of this thing for the Dovin Wolf and Silver Bullet and whatever else was based off of or what else came after this thing or whatever. So I'm shocked about that, as I feel like they could easily do P-Bandai variants of this thing. But I guess maybe they looked into it and it wasn't as easy as it looks, because yeah, so far 3 years later, as far as I know, there's no variants of this thing. So bear with me as I take this box out here. I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble as it is, but we are going to, of course, take a proper look inside. And I can already tell you guys, this is the only thing I have, so I can't really compare it to anything, but this is a pretty big box. So getting straight into it here, we have our first plate, which has some whites in this navyish blue color. I'm not sure how to describe the main color for the Gundam Mark V there. But next up, we have a plate here with these ginormous beam sabers. I don't know what's going on. All the kits I'm getting lately seem to have them in it. But those are the hyper mega beam sabers, similar to what the Double Zeta has. More of that same color you found here on the other runners. So I can already tell you guys, just while I'm unboxing this, that I plan on definitely... Oh, that's the wire cable for the income, by the way. But I plan on moving this up the lines. After I finish the current project I'm on, I'm going to be getting to this thing. Water slide decals there. Some grays, reds. So that looks like that's going to be for an escape pod. So that's very interesting. I don't think I have any kit with some sort of escape pod like that in it. So that's pretty cool. Next up here, again, more grays just for the frame there. Nothing to really write home about. And that's another strange color. Kind of looks a bit of a navy bluish grayish color, but regardless, that looks like we're about at the end of the box here. Just a few more grays here. Another plate here with the stickers below it. And now that we're about finished here with the contents of said box, I guess it's about time we go ahead and throw all this stuff here to the side and look at this amazing manual here. I'm Not sure what that D stands for. I need to really brush up to my Sentinel Gundam, but amazing artwork in the back here. Get all this cleaned up, and I'll look inside the manual here. All right, so let's go ahead and get in here and see what's inside. Now, again, I do not know much about this thing besides a few things I've read online, but I can say that the Gundam Mark V is actually an antagonist mobile suit towards, I believe it's the S Gundam. And as you can see here, it's a new type use mobile suit, so they brought up images of the Psycho Gundam Mark II, and also, of course, they showed the Doven Wolf and Silver Bullet, which, again, are the successors to this thing. So this is one thing I noticed immediately, and that's that we have the whole escape pod here thing. So they, of course, are telling you to make sure you're facing the pilot the right way and what have you when you're assembling this thing. It's a pretty delicate part. Now, I wonder if you'll be able to actually detach that escape pod from the cockpit. That'd be pretty cool if you could. Now, this thing doesn't have too many runners, so I'm gonna assume that most of the stuff is just big parts. You'll be able to build this thing relatively fast. We shall see. As again, I said before, but I'm gonna say again, I plan on moving this thing up the list. I wanna build this thing as soon as I'm finishing, as soon as I finish the current project I'm on, which I honestly should have finished already, but excuses, I suppose. So this thing has just such a unique design too. It's a Gundam, but it doesn't really look like one, which fits because of the dynamic the Gundam Mark V has in the series. Speaking of series, I wonder if they're ever going to do an anime for Gundam S. I know that we are still waiting on episode 2 of Hathaway, and their excuse on why it's taking so long is so ridiculous, but I'll give them a pass just because they have been filling the gaps there with Wish from Mercury and now Gundam Freedom. I'm going to be expecting that second episode of Hathaway soon, and hopefully the next episodes do not take as long as this one has. So we, of course, have some stuff explaining the background history of the Sentinel and the Gundam Mark V and what have you there. Also want to point out that the Gundam S is a standard release, and I believe it came out a much longer time ago than the Gundam Mark V here. Another thing I want to point out, and the reason why I said this is the epitome of P-Bandai releases, as you can see here, unless the last minute made this a P-Bandai kit, this thing has actual colored pictures and what have you in the menu like you expect from a standard Bandai release, not the lazy bootleg looking menus I'm used to showing off where it's just a couple of pages only in black and white, and it doesn't even have like the artwork and what have you. So I wish Bandai would do more stuff like this. The closest thing they did to a more standard menu was with the Stark Jagan I reviewed a while back. I missed a page here, in which it showed off like a colored image in the front, but it didn't have like the background information. So I mean, it looked a little bit more standard, but it still skimped out in a few places. Now, I do have a Silver Bullet in high grade form. I might consider standing that thing up next to this just to let you guys see a bit of a comparison. But just a heads up, it's a little worse for wear. I don't know what in the world I did to that thing to get it in the shape it is in now, but like I said, I'll probably try to show it off regardless next to its daddy here. So there's a bit of a transformation this thing has when it comes to swinging these beam sabers out, as just like any Hyper Mega Beam Saber, it does have the ability to shoot blast out of it as well. But that is going to be it for this unboxing here. I don't want to make it too long or complicated. So as such, I thank you guys so much for watching my unboxing here. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please give it a like. Consider subscribing. It's free of charge to do so, and it's simply just a way for you guys to stay updated with me on my videos or what have you. And of course, please give me some comments down here. Tell me what you guys think about this kit, and of course, if anyone has built this yourselves, any things to watch out for are always appreciated, so I can then relay that same message to anyone else who watches the adventure review, and we can make sure there's no mishaps when building this thing. So this has been Ramada Reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.